When you build your first WordPress website, you need to get the right theme for your need. Number one, the first thing that you need to do is to define your needs. What is the purpose of your website? What are you going to do? Are you going to do a e-commerce website? Are you going to do a blog? Are you going to make a simple business website? So you need to define that first. The second consideration in defining your needs is to know what are the things that you need in your website, like contact forms. Are you going to use a landing page or a call to action page? So what are you going to do, or what are the main elements that you want to appear in your website? There's also a need for you to consider the business and tone of your personality. So perhaps you are a lady and you want to make a website that is more like a bit, has a touch of a feminine website, or perhaps you are more on a bodybuilding website or bodybuilding business. So what you want to do is your website will have this sort of masculine type of website. Do you have any preferences for your website? Do you want a minimalist website, or do you want a sort of a that has quite, or do you want to have user experience that is moving type, or that has some effects? So you may want to define that. Some websites uses a video background. Some uses just a plain header banner image for the first page. So you may want to define that first. So what do you need, or define the needs that you will want for your website. Second consideration that you will want to have, there are several kinds of themes that you may want to use. There are free themes. Now, there are thousands and thousands of free themes that you can use. Although I personally do not use that much of a free themes, usually free themes have very limited customization if it serves the main purpose of the website that you are going to do, or the main purpose of your website. So there are also what we call premium themes that you may want to choose. In my experience for the past 10 years, it's always best to use the premium themes because it offers a lot of customization. It has a better flexibility when it comes to features. So you may want to consider using that. There are also themes that are tailor-made. It depends on your needs. Although for me, I don't much recommend this route because this is more expensive type of themes. If you want highly customized themes, you can use that, but it's more expensive, more difficult to maintain, and most probably you will need an expert coder every time that you are going to troubleshoot it. So that's why I don't recommend highly customized themes. Instead, I would prefer to use a premium theme that has a theme builder in it, like Divi or like Elementor. Personally, I always prefer Divi. That's my I would say I am more proficient in using Divi than Elementor. Although I have used Elementor several times already, but I always find Divi to be the easiest, the easier one than in comparison to Elementor. Number 3, you need to choose a mobile-friendly theme. Now, WordPress themes or WordPress have significantly jumped in comparison 20 years ago in comparison to up to date. So, meaning, There are lots of improvements that you can see in WordPress themes in our time now. So personally, I would choose something that is more mobile friendly, since most of the people that browse the website are now using mobile phones. They are using tablets. Although yes, many are still using desktop, but even if you try to visit analytics, most people visit a website using a mobile phone, or at least a tablet or an iPad. So you may want to choose a theme that is mobile friendly. Number 4, browser compatibility. Well, I would say most of the themes in our time now are browser compatible already. Perhaps there are very few themes now that exist that are not compatible for all kinds of browsers. But in most cases, especially the premium themes, they are already tested to be compatible with all kinds of browsers. The next one is customization options. Now, when we talk about customization options, it is we are talking about the flexibility of the website. How can you does it offer is the theme that you are using offer something that you can customize the width of the site? Can it customize the font? Can it customize the style of your header or your footer? So these are the most common things that you may want to customize. Now, not all people will have to customize their headers or their footer. However, in many cases, if you want to make a brand or if you want to make a tone for your website, you may want to consider customizing the header, so as the footer, so as the body of your website. In my experience, Divi Builder or Divi theme, Elementor, these are the two most flexible themes that you can ever use in your website. So again, I would always prefer Divi because that's something that I have used for many years, and I think it's far more customizable and a lot easier to use for some people that wants to learn a website or wants to learn to build the website. SEO friendliness. SEO friendliness. Now, well, actually this is not much because of a concern, because if your theme is not that SEO friendly, in most cases you will install a plugin that will cater for your SEO needs. Now, with all honesty, I do not use the built-in SEO options in the theme. Instead, I use an SEO option using a plugin instead. So why do I do that? Well, for one, so that I will not be dependent mainly on the theme when it comes to SEO optimization. Instead, I will be able to take more control, or if ever sometime in the future I will transfer the data, it will be a lot easier for me to transfer the data of SEO to the new website or to the upgraded website. Furthermore, the problem is if you change a theme and you have embedded those SEO customization in the theme, then it will be erased and it's gone forever. But if you are going to use a plugin for your SEO needs, then it will be a lot easier for you to maintain those things because the data for your SEO is in your plugin. Supports and updates. Supports and updates, that's why premium themes are always the best than the free ones, because if it is a premium, in most cases it is well supported. If it is free, it's still supported in many ways, but of course you will have to wait. In my experience, Sometimes, because it's free, sometimes you will have to wait for a week, for a month, for a reply from your inquiries. But if it is a premium one, in most cases, they will reply immediately. Reviews and ratings. Well, this is reviews and ratings. Yes, in most cases, it helps you decide on what kind of theme that you are going to use. However, again, if you are going to use Divi and Elementor and some other few select WordPress themes, I think you already have it. The answer is the fact that there are many people who are recommending it. Then it has a good rating, it has a good number of followers, good number of support. Then it is usually one of the best themes that you can ever use. So stick with these themes that I have said, because it will give you more flexibility than what you need. Maybe it's quite more expensive compared to others, but believe me, you will never regret it, because it has better support and it has more flexibility than the rest of the WordPress website themes that I have ever used. So I hope that these tips will guide you in choosing the right theme for your first website.